This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. We explore topics surrounding sexuality, intimate relationships, and related subjects in an open and candid manner. Please be advised that we are not licensed marriage or sex therapists, and the content shared here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. If you are under 18 years of age or prefer not to engage with discussions about sex, relationships, or mature language, we strongly recommend that you refrain from listening further. However, if you are of legal age and comfortable with this content, we invite you to settle in and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam.
And I'm Pris.
And today we're talking about the negatives of the lifestyle. Just from a newbie's standpoint, or for somebody who's interested in the lifestyle and they're going, "Hey, okay, I see all the fun stuff,
Yeah.
I see all the amazing recruiter type stuff that you have here. I see the brochures and all the good stuff here. What's the bad sides?" And so
Okay.
I put some stuff together. I did a little bit of research. I didn't have to do too much research because we've experienced them. But,
Yeah.
I put some stuff together and we're just going to go through the list.
Okay.
And I'm curious about your thoughts on these different things,
My thoughts.
your specific thoughts.
The negative one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do.
Because you and we tend to be opposing sometimes.
Yeah, it
But
is what
then
it
there's other
is.
times where we agree. So let's see what we got here.
Okay.
The first thing, of course, is, you know, the first thing is really probably something that we've dealt with the most out of the entire time that we've been in the lifestyle, and that's jealousy and emotional strain.
Okay. I think that's the first thing.
I think that's probably the
And
biggest thing.
yeah, it's probably the biggest thing that people deal with in the lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. And as far as you're concerned, I mean, this is probably the funnest part of our journey. And
Yeah.
we've been in this for 13 going on 14 years.
Yes.
And we finally have attained this area or this arena where we don't I've never really had a whole lot of jealousy, but I've always had to really navigate this knowing you're jealous.
Yes.
And it's been a difficult journy to
Now,
do.
yeah. So in the beginning, I was really jealous. I didn't want to share you. I didn't, or I would nitpick everything. If I knew you were talking to somebody, I would get inside myself.
Yeah.
Like, what is he talking to her for? Why isn't he talking to me?
All right.
Or, oh, he doesn't kiss me like that, or he doesn't have sex like with me like that, or he doesn't come that fast with me. A lot of little insecurities that it took a long time.
Well, and realistically, those kind of thoughts are natural,
Yes.
especially if you're in a
But
a,
I'm
a
a,
married relationship.
yeah, but I would get inside myself,
Yeah.
which would then not make anything fun.
So you would feel insecure about yourself because
Yes.
of what I was doing with
Yeah.
others. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be like, no.
Yeah, yeah, and that was really before we had a real good communication level, and so you weren't really
Mhm.
communicating that, and so you'd kinda hold into it, kinda
Yeah, because I didn't
fester a
want to
little
ruin
bit.
it. Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it or stop it for you.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
That is tough.
It was all about you. Like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to, like, stop you. I wanted you to enjoy yourself. And then I don't know. I even got into the point where my morals
Your
was,
morals?
oh, we shouldn't be doing this is so
Oh
bad.
gosh, yeah, I
Um,
remember that. Yeah, that whole entire
but
breakdown
yeah,
moment.
no, jealousy and insecurity. Yeah, I would think someone's gonna come and take you from me. And I think that even got worse when we were poly. And
Well,
it
and to be fair, when we were poly, you were going through
and
menopause
yeah,
too.
so yeah, the hormones. And so like when I moved here and I was by myself here, that even got worse, the jealousy and the insecurities. Like I would drive to Corpus, you
Yeah,
know. I was so jealous and insecure that when I knew you had somebody at the house, like in the living room and we had that camera,
yeah,
I would go into the camera just to see you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it was uncomfortable. It would never be a good uncomfortable. And it'd be
How
like, "Why do
funny.
you even do that to yourself?"
Yeah, I remember you telling me,
Like,
you'd be
I don't
like, "I
even
don't know
know.
why I'm doing
Like,
I
I
don't
don't
know
even
why
know
I did
why
that."
I would snoop onto your phone
Yeah.
to see things.
How funny.
Like, I would because I was so insecure.
It was almost
Like,
like a
what were you
self-satisfaction.
Yeah, like, and I would get so, like, "Oh my god, my stomach would hurt," and I'd be like, I would just feel so bad for myself
Yeah.
because I was like, man, I am not good enough. And we go through that. We go through those feelings, right? Like it
Yeah.
just depends how you take it. But for me, it was, man, okay, we're going to do this, but man, I must not be good. I must not be good enough.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I say that's so crazy, but realistically, that's natural.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that are listening that have probably gone through that, if not still go through that.
Hmm.
And it's in it, like I said, it's natural.
Yeah.
The way I am is not naturally how most people are.
Right.
There's not a like there jealousy is a common thing, and people seem to really try and knock it away. Well, jealousy doesn't exist. You should really be happy for blah blah blah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, sure.
no, it's a
Let's be
feeling.
realistic.
Yeah.
We are a society raised by a society that touts moral,
Yeah. I
rules.
mean, I get jealous for the littlest things.
Yeah,
I get jealous when my kids do something and
right.
they're not doing it with me.
Yeah,
We share custody. So it's
yeah.
like,
You're naturally jealous.
I'm just
Yeah.
a naturally jealous person. Is envious the same as jealousy?
Yeah. In a form.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't wish to be anybody else.
Uh-huh.
I love me. I love me now. Like, I am just all about me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay now, but yeah, it was definitely something that I struggled with for a very long time.
I think two things happened that helped knock you out of that jealousy issue. And one of them was you finally realized that I have no interest in ever leaving you, and I would never do anything to hurt
Yeah,
you.
what hit me first was I I realized my worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I realized what I was worth, and I was like, "Well, I mean, to be very honest, I love you to death, but we're in this because we wanna be life partners together." Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we don't need this.
Yeah.
You can survive by yourself, and I can survive by myself. Like, this is our partnership. So, I think once I realized this was that you and I were a team that didn't wanna be separated,
Right.
like, we are a solid foundation, it became easier to listen and allow you to be transparent without me having to react.
I get you. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that was
Yeah.
a long explanation, but that's the only explanation I could
Yeah.
give. So it makes it easier. And so, like, the jealousies and insecurities are very small and really ridiculous. I mean, I've told
Yeah.
you some of them.
Yeah.
They are absolutely ridiculous, but
Well, I mean, it
nevertheless,
really depends on the person deciding, is it
it's
ridiculous? Like,
ridiculous.
what was the last one that you had?
So I do not like to know. I know who you chat with, right?
Yeah.
I have no I have no qualm with whom you chat with.
Sure.
My stupid little thing is, ugh, I hate when someone mentions or like has an inside joke with you
Mm.
and it's like on social media and I can see and it's like, Adam, you're so funny. Remember when you told me blah 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 blah? Or remember when we were chatting about blah, 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 blah? No. I only let one person. I don't care about that one person, but everybody else, I'm like,
It irks you.
it are like when someone says, "Oh yeah, I chat with your husband." Yeah, bitch, I know.
Jesus, man.
Those are
Wow.
my little insecure. I know they're dumb. Or if you don't leave a comment under my pictures
Oh my gosh, all the time,
and you
all the
leave a
time.
comment under somebody else's, or if you just give me a heart and no comment, I will text you and I'll be like, "Oh, what? Oh, did your fingers break?"
Well, see,
Or,
and with that, so I've had this question before, and I don't know how this
"Oh, I
works
already know.
out.
I know exactly
I
what
don't
you're
know
gonna
how this
say."
works outside of out of
Do
others,
you
but I remember it's one of those things where we're constantly posting on these Facebook groups, these
Yeah,
swinger Facebook groups,
yeah.
and it's almost like putting yourself out there as an ad. It's peacocking in a way. Everybody
Okay.
puts their picture out there, and they put their funny little caption or whatever. They're
To
catching
gas
people's
attention.
attention,
I
right?
understood. Yeah, yeah.
And so I always think, well, if I put a comment on every single picture that she puts down there, am I cock blocking her in a
Yeah, so I
way?
knew you were gonna think that.
You know?
I don't g no, 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 no. No, no, no.
Like, am I preventing
I
somebody
go
from
to
going,
every picture you have and I comment
That's not totally true.
for the most part. If I catch up, I mean, I can go back because
There's
you're
stuff
not
that's not in your
same because
algorithm.
you're not in
Yeah.
my okay, so we're trying to be in each other's
Facebook's
algorithm now.
trying to screw up our
I
relationship.
know.
It's
But
not happening.
anyway, when I post a picture, if you do not comment on it,
Mm.
I will text you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So,
I get
yeah,
those texts.
I get silly little
It's a little
insecurities.
silly. It's a little
Yeah,
silly, but
but that's about it, and I mean, a lot of communication, a lot of discussion, it does get better, it gets easier, as long as y'all are willing to understand each other's wants, you can actually, make it through it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I going on to the next subject matter because we've really touched up on jealousies before, and I think
Mhm.
we're pretty open about that. One thing that I've noticed that happens to couples in the lifestyle is what is referred to as mismatched interests. A couple can go into this lifestyle thinking it's just, hey, we're going to go in there, we're going to play with another couple, and this is going to be fun. But everybody has their own little kinks, their own little desires, things that they want out of this that maybe don't mesh up with their partner's same desires and kinks and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So I know that there are couples out there. One may be really, really into BDSM. The other one may not.
Okay,
One
yeah.
may really, really be poly. The
Mhm.
other may not.
Mhm.
These mismatched interests can cause problems.
For sure, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
see that.
because you're talking about one person being in one world, the other person being in the other, and you have a whole different networking arena over
Right,
there,
right.
you
Now, are
know?
they supportive? Like, for you and I, right? You and I mean, I'm sure we have different interests, we just haven't maybe explored them all.
I don't know, yeah, there's a lot that we haven't
We haven't
explored,
explored
yeah.
a lot, but there are things that I wanna try and that you do not wanna try.
Is there?
I think so because I was like, I wanna try, like,
Oh,
you,
you wanna do, like, the dominating, like, the
yeah,
spanking and
yeah, and so
flogging?
you're not really into
I
that.
don't yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not into being
Now,
dominated, no.
would you allow me to try that on you?
I would be open to the experience with you, yeah, sure.
Mhm. So you see, like, that would be nice. So, like, when it's something when a couple maybe goes through it and they just don't wanna support each other,
Yeah.
that's probably where it gets really difficult.
Yeah, I'm willing to try whatever if it interests you,
Yeah. You know,
but that's the hard part.
I have a friend who is not she's a female with a male, and she has no interest in seeing her male partner be with another male.
Okay.
Like, that's his kink.
Yeah.
She's just not she's like, "Nope, that's something that he does by himself."
Yeah.
They just realized that, though.
And that would be a good example of mismatched interests.
Yeah, yeah,
But can it work still? Absolutely.
yeah,
It just takes some doing.
and
Lots
communication.
of communication. Lots of communication. It's really, really tough because if you don't communicate that, man, it gets
Yes,
crazy,
yeah,
crazy. Another problem with being in the lifestyle is the social stigma of being a swinger, especially, one being an outed swinger, as we know, we're out. We
yeah,
don't really hide it. We don't shove it in people's faces, but we don't hide it either. If it
yeah,
comes across, somebody says, "Hey, is this something you do?" Yeah, it is. You want
yeah,
to ask more questions? I'll answer. You
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
But there's a lot of people out there who try to keep discreet, and it's almost like a major anxiety or paranoia that these people, they wanna enjoy themselves, but at the same time, they can't fully enjoy themselves because of if they get found out.
mhm,
And why is that an issue? Well, because chances are if they get found out, they're gonna get judged like a mofo.
mhm,
They're gonna be judged by their church group, they're gonna be judged by their choir group, their family, their friends. The judgment will be passed around like bread at a table at a Texas Roadhouse. And realistically, if we were an accepting society of whatever, it's like
yeah,
there's people out there who look down upon people in our community for the sheer fact that they just don't agree with it.
Oh, yeah.
These are the same people that have sex maybe once a month, if that, maybe once a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, and you are gonna come across that if you do not discuss that with anybody and you're not what is the opposite of outed? Inted?
In the
In the
closet?
closet? If
Yeah.
you haven't come out, period, then it's it's a hard we didn't have to go through that.
For a few years, we kept it
We did
discreet.
keep it discreet, but friends knew, family didn't know.
We're very bad about keeping things
Yeah, I think
secret.
family came to find out when I came out that I was bi,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
you
then
released that information.
yeah, and then I think it just came out, and
Well, what really happened was you came out as bi and you said, "I'm tired of trying to hide my lifestyle."
yeah.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting walking that line and going, "Ugh, I gotta make sure and watch what I say. I gotta make
Mhm.
sure and watch what I
Mhm.
post because if the wrong person finds out, forget it. Everybody's gonna know my sex life."
Mhm.
And it's like, "Who
And we've gone through
cares,
that.
dude? Who
Yeah, and
cares?"
we've gone through that, and it's gotten ugly, but it is something that you can navigate through. Best thing is to keep all your friends private, create another social media identity, keep your friends private, keep everything separate if you don't wanna get outed and that's how you wanna live,
Yeah.
and most of your friends will I mean, your friends will respect that. We have lots of friends that we know their kids, and when we see them at the store, it's like, "Hi,"
Yeah,
you know?
it's a matter of respect. You don't just walk up to them and go, grab their package. And I think that's some preconceived notions that people have.
I think so.
That because we're so free and open, that we're just gonna walk up to somebody, like, if I see a woman that I know from the lifestyle out in public, I'm just gonna walk up to her and stick my tongue down her throat.
Mhm.
That's not how most of us operate. Now, I will say most of us, because there are a special few, and I say special, as in they just don't have any social cues
Yeah,
and
for
they
sure.
just do what they're gonna do.
For
Yeah,
sure.
there are a few bad apples out there that spoil it for the bunch, but realistically, the majority of people are not like
Yeah.
that in the
Yeah,
lifestyle. They have respect, they
they
have
do.
discretion.
They do.
And I think that's the important thing is to have discretion. Even if you're out, you should have discretion for the people you play with because you don't know what exactly their discretion
Yeah,
level is.
and discretion amongst the community too, so, like, some people I mean, you shouldn't talk about who you sleep with.
You shouldn't. And realistically, what the problem that I see is like, especially in these Facebook groups and things like that, if you have maybe an ex or there's some sort of drama or whatever, there's been situations where people have screenshotted stuff from
Oh,
groups
yeah.
and shown people outside of the community,
Yeah.
shown people at their work, shown people in their family. And like, it's
Yeah.
horrible. And
Horrible.
we've seen this more than once. It's come
Yes.
up.
Yes.
It has been an issue.
Yes.
And it's like it's nobody's right to out anybody.
No.
It's only up to that one person if they
Mhm.
wanna be outed, and some
Mhm.
people just have no
Mhm.
respect for the rules. Oh
Nope.
my gosh. It's ridiculous. So, that is definitely the tough one is social stigma. Now, one thing that I don't feel is talked about enough and really should be talked about more is the risk of STIs, really.
Like, if you have one,
Just not even if you have one, just an
like, just
open,
talk
healthy
about
discussion about them.
yeah.
Now, I will say I've been seeing a wave of people posting pictures of them, with their little bandage on their arm
Yeah.
saying that they've
Yeah.
they've been tested. I think
Mhm.
that's great. I
Mhm.
think people should test as often as they can, especially if you play as often as you do. And of course, be safe. Everybody has their kinks, and obviously, if there's people that you trust that you can play with without a condom, and everybody's safe, and everybody, hey, that's between you and the
And
people you
them.
play with.
Yeah.
But remember, you have to keep this community safe. So you're also responsible for what gets spread around this community if you're
And
involved.
be open, like, if
Yeah.
you have herpes and you have a flare up, be open about
Just be
it.
open about it.
I mean
And, you should be able to be open about it without any kind of judgment. Now, unfortunately, this is something that another facet of people like to throw around judgment and shame.
Yeah.
And, because of that, they openly judge and shame people who have STIs and make them feel like crap. And it's like, well, wait a second now. This could easily happen to you.
Yeah.
And why is there, judgment and shame? Like this is an open-minded community. There
Mhm.
should be no judgment and shame,
Yeah.
especially regarding a health issue like that. There's precautions. Normally, the person who has the affliction will be able to explain what the best route to take is if you want to play and that sort of thing. And they're normally pretty open and honest
Right.
about things,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just don't feel like the shaming is necessary. And if you're getting into the lifestyle, you do have to understand that there are risks attached with it.
There are.
This we try to keep this community safe, but at the same time, things happen.
Mhm. Mhm.
Somebody steps in, somebody
Mhm.
does their thing, something gets caught. It is what it is. And you have to be prepared for that. But it does help to take precautions. It does help to test often. It does help to be safe, that sort of thing. But it also helps to just be communicative
Yes.
and talk about it and remove any kind of stigma
Mhm.
from it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think that has to happen quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, we've never had a scare,
No.
and we've never played with anybody who had any kind of infection. So,
Yeah.
we get tested anytime after we play.
Yeah.
And so it is you got to keep the community safe.
You gotta keep the community
Yeah.
safe, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of, different ways to do that. And, there's places out there that will test you for free. You don't always have to have money. If you have a doctor, hey, cool, you can go see that regular doctor and
Yeah.
test, but
Yeah.
there are clinics out there that will test you for free.
Yeah.
There are websites out there that will give you free condoms, even female condoms.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, there's a lot of different resources out there to help you protect the community, and it's important that you turn to those resources
Mhm.
if you need to.
Mhm.
So, STIs, there's just not enough talk about it, I think.
No.
Yeah,
There definitely is not. There's
yeah,
more when you're man, there's really the only time I ever hear it is if someone shares that they've gotten tested.
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah, and realistically, there's just not a whole lot of conversation about it. There's more conversation about, you know, bad, red flags
Yeah,
on people
and
and
there
things
is.
like that, like a lot of bad stuff, but nobody really talks about that portion. And realistically, we should be having that conversation. It's just
Yeah.
an important conversation to have. So,
It is. It is an important
yeah,
conversation to have.
especially if you're about to play, and
Yeah.
so it's always fun to like our thing is, we'll talk about it, we'll start setting stuff up, logistically, we'll get there, and then as we're setting stuff up, it'll normally come up and be like, "Okay, have we had the condom talk yet?" And
Yeah.
it's like, "No." "Okay, let's talk about
Oh,
this, and
yeah,
we'll
we've
have a
been
conversation,"
we've been in the middle of that.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I will say one of the negatives to the lifestyle for me personally is time and energy. Time and energy. I'm sitting here right now talking to you about time and energy. I'm exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
This has been so, and I say exhausted, but this is the third weekend that I have been home. We haven't gone out
No.
over the,
Mm-mm.
the past 3 weekends. Now, we
Mhm.
had plans this weekend, but there was some foul weather that came through. And so our Friday night plans got canceled, unfortunately, because of that weather. And also our plans during the day on Saturday got canceled. Now, easily, we were talking about going to the club tonight
Mhm.
to go play,
Mhm.
and it's something that's still on the table. Of course, it's getting later, and the club is over an hour away. So,
Yes.
as we finish up, the podcast, I still got to edit it, and then we still got to get dressed and pack a bag, and we got to drive out there. And I mean, logistically, we could do it, but that's all time and energy
Energy.
that it's going to be taken from us. Now, we could easily tell somebody, "Hey, why don't you come over to the house? We'll sneak you in, we'll have some fun,
Yeah.
and then you could leave,"
Yeah.
and we're here at the house, things
Yeah.
are nice, that's all good, we don't have to drive anywhere, but it just depends on how bad do you wanna play? How bad do you like, is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
How
You say that as I'm yawning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just took
No,
a
it
big
is.
yawn.
It's time and energy. We are some busy people. And you should make some time for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing about it is you and we've been go, go, go almost every single weekend,
Mhm. And
especially
during
since the
the
start.
week,
Yeah.
we have we have big things happening in a few weeks, and it's like, "Oh my goodness gracious."
Yeah, and it's been a lot of crazy times for us. Since the new year started, it's been like almost every weekend we've been going out. And the thing about it is you can't just call up somebody or message them and say, "Hey, let's have sex." You have to put in the time to get to know them. You have to put in the time and energy to maybe set up a dinner. A lot of these people don't want to have sex with a stranger, and I'm the same way. So then you've gotta set up dates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, time and energy, man.
Time and energy.
You gotta squeeze it in there if you really wanna make it happen.
Yeah,
You've
and that's
mentioned
the
that before.
thing.
It's like, if you really wanna do it, you'll find the time,
You'll
but
find a way. You'll find the
it is
time.
exhausting at
It
times.
is tiring, especially for us. We have kids, man, and we've got full-time jobs. We got a side business. Like, we've got all of this stuff plus the podcast. I mean, my goodness, you need to stop yawning
I
because
know.
you're gonna put me to sleep.
I'm drinking water.
Oh, please.
Well, we just had sex.
Yeah, of course, we had to get in the mood for
I
recording.
would
I mean, we took an afternoon nap. Of course, we had to
I
have sex, and now we're
know.
getting into the
And
recording.
so it's like,
Yeah, I know you're tired,
mhm.
which I think would mean that we're not going to the club tonight. Is that a fair assessment?
I can perk up. There's Red Bull.
Oh boy, you changed your tone real
See?
fast. Damn, that's the vagina talking right
That's
there.
right.
That's the vagina talking. Yeah, time and energy really. The I've will admit I've been getting a little burned out, just a little bit,
Yeah.
just a little bit. I I'm feeling good. Don't get me wrong. This is a different kind of tired because previous times I've been like, "Man, I just don't wanna go out. I just wanna stay in."
Oh, for sure.
This is more of a, we haven't done this in a while. We haven't spent all day on the couch just
We woke
vegging
up
out and watching
late.
TV. We slept in
We
this morning,
slept
which I never
in.
do.
No, I put you to sleep twice.
Oh, man. And that's because we had sex twice
Yeah,
too.
knocked
Yeah.
out every single
Each
time.
time, man.
I
Yeah, I
know.
was vagina drunk,
That's
and you
right.
put me out. And yeah, I slept in, and I never sleep in, but
Never.
that needs to happen. And, probably a couple years back, I would have been so anxiety laden, probably last year
Oh, yeah.
even. I would have been so anxiety laden, I would have been up early. I would have been like, "Let's get our day started because we're going out tonight. We got this, we got that." Like, I would have been very tense.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. Not so
No.
much anymore, but also I really had no problem saying, "Hey, let's just stay in. Let's just
Yeah.
take it easy."
Yeah.
The bad weather helped too, because it's one of those
Oh,
things
for
where I just wanna
sure. We
stay
went
in
in, we got
bed.
food, and we're like, "Okay, we're staying in."
Yeah, it was almost like a
We got
hibernation.
your coffee.
Oh, gotta have my coffee. Gotta have my coffee. So, yeah, that's one of the big aspects for me, and that's why we're here today. Another thing that's come up, drama and disrespect. Now, if you're new coming
Mm.
into the lifestyle, everything seems beautiful, right? On the outside looking in. You're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just walking up to the doors of Disneyland. We're gonna have some rides, man."
Oh, no.
And it's not like that. It's not
No.
like that. Believe it or not, you can sit there and say that you're not about drama at all. It will find its way to you at
Yeah,
some point because there's so many different personalities.
there is. I mean, you can avoid it, but sometimes
Sometimes you can't
you
avoid it.
just cannot. I know I keep
Stop
yawning. I
yawning.
can't help
My
it.
goodness.
Sometimes you can't I know. Sometimes you can't avoid it. It's in your face, but it is something that you can try to whew, try to ignore.
Try to
Try
ignore.
to ignore.
There are things that you can do, not necessarily to prevent it, but you have to learn to walk away from it.
Yeah.
You have to learn to recognize red flags
Yes.
and go, "Nope, I'm not gonna be a part of this."
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, because there's a lot of people in the lifestyle who want acceptance from bigger groups or want to be, in a group where maybe they feel like there's popular people or whatever. When you have people who are yearning to be accepted in a group of people,
Yes.
they tend to not shy away from drama, even if internally they want to.
Yeah.
And it's just because they don't wanna miss out.
Yeah.
They don't wanna miss out on stuff, and so
Yeah.
they're there. Before you know it, they get involved in something or they get pushed into a side by side. You just never know what's gonna come up. I mean, I've had my name dragged through the mud a couple times, and I ain't done nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a nice dude.
Same.
But, there's just it's just one of those things that,
Yeah.
people decide to open their mouth, they decide to say something, they decide to bring it in, and it's like, it wasn't necessary at
Yeah.
all. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that.
No.
There's a lot of disrespect. That's the drama end of it, but the disrespect portion of it, we've talked about it in the past as far as disrespect to partners.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it. It's happened.
We have seen it. Whew, it has been in our faces.
It's been
And
in
it's
our
like,
faces.
"Oh,
We've seen it
man."
happen to others.
Yeah.
It's happened to us. And that's the deal, is that not everybody was raised the same way.
No.
And that's something that
Yeah.
I always have to remind you when you get upset about something. And I'm like, well, not everybody was raised the same way. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
creating excuses for anybody by all means. If somebody does something wrong and they break the rules, they should be told.
Yeah.
And this is something that does not happen enough in the lifestyle.
Yes.
When somebody breaks the rules, when somebody pushes boundaries, when somebody does something wrong, oftentimes people are scared to confront. People are scared to speak up.
It's because you don't wanna be like the asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it makes you feel uncomfortable,
And that's the thing
or if
is
it makes you
is
feel any way that other than what you like, yeah, tell them.
this community is supposed to be looking out for each other here, and when
Yeah.
something bad happens, nobody wants to speak up about it. And I think that
There are
that has to
predators
go.
everywhere.
Yeah. And if somebody does something that doesn't make you feel comfortable, you need to speak it up, because if you don't, they're not going to know.
Yeah.
I know I would appreciate it if I was, say, maybe I was touching somebody thinking that it was okay, like we were flirting or whatever, and maybe I started touching her on her arm or whatever. If it was making her uncomfortable and she didn't speak up, I wouldn't know it. I would think that it's okay.
Yeah.
But if she stopped me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry, but that just doesn't make me feel very comfortable,"
Yeah.
I would be like, "I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
I won't do that."
Yeah.
And I would respect that. Now, not everybody would feel that way. Maybe somebody would get upset, and I think that's why a lot of people don't wanna say anything. Nobody
Mhm.
wants to rock
I
the
agree.
boat.
Yeah.
But rock the boat, man.
Rocket.
Rock that motherfucker,
Yeah.
because, if you are uncomfortable, if you're feeling unsafe, then you are not doing too well, and you need to
Mhm.
speak up.
Mhm.
That's the way I figure about the whole thing.
No. Yeah, you're right.
It's important to speak up. Don't let drama get you, and don't let the disrespect get you.
Yes.
We were talking the other day about neediness, emotional attachment.
Mhm.
And this is for couples, this is for singles. I mean, you're going to find that not everybody in the lifestyle is able to, I guess, separate sex from love.
That could be a negative. Yeah.
And
I was
that
like, "How could that be a that could be a negative." Yeah.
so an emotional attachment, I get attached.
Yeah.
I get attached to my people. Now I don't get attached if I have sex with somebody. I don't get attached. I get attached personality wise, so I can become friends with somebody. I get real attached, and I get excited to hang around them and talk to them and that sort of thing. That's how I get attached.
Yes.
But I can have sex with somebody and not have any kind of emotional attachment involved.
Same.
That's because I'm able to separate
Yeah.
sex from
Even if
love.
you What if you see them all the time and you have sex with them all the time that you see them?
What about it?
You think that would grow?
No.
No.
No, I can keep that
Yeah.
separate.
Yeah.
Sex is sex, love is love.
Yeah.
Romantic love, I
Yeah.
should say. There, to me, there's a big difference. I can have sex with somebody every single day and be their best friend,
Yeah.
and never will it become what we have. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's just a friendship with sex, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's mentally making that distinction.
Yeah.
Now, if every day I have sex with this person and while we're having sex, I'm whispering that I love them and shit like that,
Yeah.
that's a different tangent. That's not
Yeah.
having sex. That's making
Yeah.
love. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I
That's
mean,
taking a that's taking a jump.
people get certain connections, right? But yeah. emotional
Yeah.
attachment.
Yeah, that's a rough one because what comes out of it is neediness, and you and I were talking about this the other day, which is, there are people in the lifestyle who will get a little needy, they'll get a little attached. They'll want your attention, and we've both run into this before.
Yes.
In a negative way, unfortunately, we've both run into this before,
Yes.
where somebody digs your energy, they dig your vibe, and they want to be consumed. They wanna consume the hell out of it.
Yes.
And it's the biggest form of flattery. I think it's one of the sweetest things for somebody to express that they wanna talk to me every single day because they like my energy, they like my vibe,
Yeah.
or the same thing with you, that they just
Yeah.
enjoy the presence that you are, so they
Yeah.
wanna talk to you every single day, and that's great,
Yeah.
and I don't mind entertaining that. But sometimes the vibe is not fully there, and there's some forced interactions going on, and then you realize this attachment is really just kinda one way. It's
Yes.
a one-way kinda situation, and I'm not feeling the same way this person is feeling, and this is becoming more of a neediness thing.
Now, does it have to be neediness like romanticness?
No,
It could be any kind of
could be any
neediness.
kinda neediness.
Yeah.
I have had, when we were poly, I used to have a lot of girls who would utilize me more for picking them up, as far as they've had a bad day or they've had, bad experiences, or maybe they're just not getting the attention that they wanted to get from the people that they wanted to get it from.
Mhm.
And they knew that they could turn to me and I
Yeah.
would give them that attention.
Mhm.
And it's just one of those things where they they're gonna attach to you emotionally, and it's not something that you're really
Mhm.
digging, and it can cause problems in
Yeah.
relationships
Yeah.
too. I mean, we've seen it.
I mean, when that would happen, I would be
Yeah.
like, "All right, you're doing too much. Like these people are just wanting your thank you for calling me beautiful, your attention."
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, and then they would disappear
And
on
then
me
they would
when they didn't need
disappear.
me
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah,
And I
that
was
sort
like,
of thing.
No."
It was a bummer. It
Yeah.
was a bummer.
Yeah. But it happens, people.
It does
It
happen,
happens.
people will get attached. We've seen it with friends, we've seen it in our own lives where somebody will start interacting with somebody else, and the it's referred to as NRE, new relationship energy.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't even matter if it's a romantic relationship, even if
Mhm.
it's just a friendship, if it's a sexual relationship, if it's new, you're gonna get excited about it. It's new.
Yeah.
It's like your shiny new toy.
Yeah.
This experience
I
now,
don't
this person
think
that you talk to.
I don't think I've ever experienced
I don't
that.
think I've ever seen you experience that. There was one girl that you were interested in, and she was interested in you, and this was when we were first started becoming poly, and y'all were kinda talking, and you still weren't comfortable with the idea of dating women. It was still kind
Oh,
of
was it the girl from the
y'all used to work together.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So, with her, you kind of were excited. I remember
because it
seeing
was first,
it was
yeah.
first, and you had this excitement, and it seemed kinda interesting, and she would flirt with you, and you'd kinda get a little giddy, but you looked uncomfortable, and there was interest there, but you held yourself back a lot because you just weren't ready.
Yes.
And I remember that specifically
Yeah,
for you. That was I wanna say you were emotionally attached in that specific one because you were upset when it didn't work out.
yeah,
Like, you actually were a little upset about that.
yeah,
You were like, "Man, I really liked her. Like, she was nice, and I feel like I kinda fucked that one up."
yeah.
I think that's really the only one that I've ever seen you
After that,
emotionally
forget it.
attached.
Yeah, I get emotionally attached to some people, but not I'm just not built like that.
You're not built like that, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm
Huh.
not cold, but I just
So, I mean, thinking back, it's been 13, almost 14 years now. There hasn't been a single person that we've spent time with sexually that you felt any kind of attachment to.
no.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Wow.
No.
Well, with me,
I was
Same.
gonna say right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've had sex with friends. There's that
Yeah.
friendship,
Yeah.
but nothing where I've been like, "No, don't go. Stay
Yeah.
here." I'd be like, "Nah, you know where the door is, right? I don't have to walk
Yeah.
you out, do I?
Yeah.
I gotta call you an
I mean,
Uber."
I think that's the way our friends are, so
Yeah,
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 no, no attachment.
yeah.
But, I mean, I'm sure especially, like, new people,
It
yeah.
exists, and especially, like you said, a new couple coming in, if this is not something they've previously talked about, say they're high school sweethearts, because
Yeah.
they do exist in this
Yeah.
community.
They
There are
do.
people who are high school sweethearts who discover this lifestyle years
Mhm.
later, and, you've never had somebody of the opposite sex show interest in you because you haven't been dating for 20 years. You've been with the same person for
Yeah.
20 years. And let's face facts, when you're married to the same person for a long amount of time, that sort of thing, it doesn't stay fresh like it was when you were first
Of
dating. Like
course not.
it goes, you kind of sink into this routine,
Yeah.
and it doesn't become stagnant, but sometimes it becomes stagnant,
It
and so
does, yeah.
people try and find ways of keeping it fresh. Well, if you haven't been flirted with in so many years, and you haven't had somebody of the opposite sex who maybe you find attractive,
Mhm.
all of a sudden
Mhm.
showing interest in you, and you
Mhm.
you never had that before, it can make you feel very confused
Oh, yeah.
and conflicted.
And yeah, because 'cause you'll be like, "Oh, man."
All of a sudden, it's something you're thinking about all the time, and all of a
Yes.
sudden, it's like it's distracting in your mind, you're not working, that there's all sorts of stuff, just crazy thoughts happening, and it can get somebody very confused, and that confusion can really lead into problems if you're not talking to your spouse.
If you're married, if you're
Yeah,
partnered.
and then
Mhm.
you really have to ask yourself, "What is it that I'm getting from this new person that I'm not getting from my own relationship?" Because that's just a whole Pandora's box that you gotta open.
Oh my goodness.
It's something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It is something. We don't wanna open that
We
one.
don't wanna open that
No, ma'am. No,
box.
ma'am. That is not for me.
That
Now,
was
I will say that there was something that I had to deal with, or I had to learn how to deal with when we first came into the lifestyle.
what was that, sir?
Uneven experiences.
Uneven experiences.
Yeah, yeah. That's something that we had to really figure out, because when we played for the first several years of the lifestyle, I think it was fair to say that you were taking one for the team almost every time so that I could get my experiences.
Yes.
Because A, you were very selective. Now
Mhm.
that's our new term.
Mhm.
You were very selective.
I am.
And I think for a long time, you were seeking out something that didn't really exist in the lifestyle, which was this like penthouse letters kind of built up, sexy, incredibly perfect person to play with. They don't exist. And so that was always,
No, I wanted somebody that looked like me.
well, I mean, I would love somebody that looked
Do you know
like
what I
you
mean?
as
I
well,
wanted
that
somebody who I was looking
matched you
for, yeah,
physically.
physically, like, I wanted a lot of things. I wanted a curvy Latina
Uh-huh.
is what I wanted.
Yeah.
And you and I have different.
Hey, I love curvy
Oh,
Latinas,
no, I
man.
know that, but,
All day, every
they
day.
oh, I know
But
that.
I like
Variety.
skinny, I like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
thicker
yeah.
than a Snicker,
Yeah,
I like all body types,
w
I like all,
but in the beginning, that's all I wanted was
yeah, you were
a
very specific on
yeah,
what you wanted,
and
and that is
so
hard to seek out, hard to find.
it was hard to find.
Yeah, and so because you were very selective, and you wanted to make sure that I had my experiences, a lot of times you would take one for the team so that we could
Yes.
we could play and have this experience.
Yes, I did.
And oftentimes my experiences were great,
Yes.
because it's hard to be a bad lay when you're a woman. I mean, it's possible, don't get me
I
wrong,
mean,
but
it's
it's really difficult. I mean,
possible.
all you gotta do is open your legs and get on the bed. I'll do the rest, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now, yes, it is possible to be a bad lay, and if you're a bad lay, you really have to ask yourself why, because that's a difficult thing that you're doing there. It's almost like you're going out of your way to be a bad lay. Don't do that. Just change it up a little bit. Don't do that. Anyways,
Don't do that.
anyways, So, yeah, it's difficult for a woman to be a bad lay. So, most of my experiences were top notch.
Yeah.
I finished.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, you
good.
did.
Yeah, and
You
I
did.
normally had a good experience with a woman.
Yes.
Normally, and I wanna say a good portion of our lifestyle experiences, you would come out of it unfulfilled,
Yes.
and the only way that you would be fulfilled is after, when everybody would leave and you and I would have sex over and over again,
Yes. Yeah.
because there's
I
that.
mean, some of the women, they were okay, but yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, a good portion of your experiences were not good
They were
experiences for you,
not.
and that's because a lot of times the guys would not work properly, or they would finish too early, or it just
Very
wasn't
selfish.
fulfilling enough. A lot of it was selfishness,
Yeah.
realistically,
Yeah.
and, a lot of these guys, and this is why I don't trust a guy who refers to himself as a bull. A lot of these single guys who would refer to themselves as bulls would come in and they would just come in and think because of their dick size that they could fulfill you, and realistically, they didn't know how to fuck,
No.
and, that's they would come real fast and would be like, "Oh, well, sorry, I'm done," and then
Or
they would
they'd
leave. It's
bang
like,
me
"What the hell are you doing?"
just yeah, they just bang away, like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah, and because
yeah,
what they know is what they've seen in porn, and
exactly.
that they think that that's the way to go. It's
Mhm.
unrealistic, unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
But anyways, what I'm getting at is uneven experiences is
Yes.
essentially what I'm getting at. We have had uneven experiences. There have been uneven experiences with me because I like watching you have sex, but at the same time, I wanna have sex too, you know?
Yeah.
And there's been times where we've been with a couple where I'm thinking the girl's into me, and realistically, the girl's into you, and the guy's into you, and then I'm just kinda sitting there going, "Oh, this is good for you,"
That's
you know?
happened?
It's happened early on,
Oh,
early on.
okay.
It hasn't happened lately.
I was like, "It
It's
happens?"
been it's been it's been some years,
Wow.
but I remember early on that would happen, and I remember feeling like I was getting cheated of my experiences. It was uneven, and I
Okay.
remember feeling
Yeah,
real
yeah,
frustrated about that.
yeah.
Of course, we didn't really talk about it because we didn't talk
No.
about stuff like that.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. There was a lot of stuff that I used to hold in, and it would manifest itself in other silly little arguments.
Mm,
We would get into it over some stupid shit, and why?
mm.
Because I was holding it in
Silly
and
man.
trying, because when it came to the lifestyle, I didn't wanna make a big deal about stuff because then I was afraid you would go, "Oh, well, forget it, let's just not do this." And I was like, "No, I wanna fuck bitches."
Bitches wanna fuck me.
I wanted to have fun, I wanted to have a good time, and I was afraid that you would take it all away
Yeah,
if I complained about something. And
yeah,
so I held a lot in. And then, of course, as I'm holding it in, you would do something and I would jump your shit about it.
yeah.
And it's like, why are you acting this way? And it's like, well, because I'm unhealthily holding shit in and I should really be talking to you about it. And so now I've got it
Silly
down. Well,
man.
I've got it down now. It's different now.
I got
Um,
it down now, brown cow.
oh
Meow
my
meow.
gosh, you're so cute. I swear. That was the cutest little thing that you just did there. So, uneven experiences, I feel like it's prevalent. I feel like if you're a couple jumping into it, you need to prepare yourself for the fact that there are uneven experiences, especially if your wife is bi. If your wife is bi and the couple
Like
that you're
me.
turning in, the couple that you're going to play with is bi, then chances are, if you're a straight male, there may be a time where it's going to be a little uneven. And that's because
She
it's
the
the
girl coming
it's the
in gets
nature of the
both.
beast,
Yeah,
man. It's the nature of the beast. And
it
that's something that
is.
you have to be okay with in the moment. So if you don't prepare yourself mentally for it and then it happens, you're either going to react in the moment and make yourself look like a fool, or you're going to hold it in and it's going to manifest itself into some
Something
angriness
else.
and
Yep,
it's not going to be a good situation. So
exactly.
prepare yourself for that situation. Now, something that I had touched up on a little bit earlier on, burnout.
Oh my goodness.
Burnout. Now, we have some friends that are just like, "Man, I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Oh, yeah, people have
This is too
backed
much."
away from the lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Um,
can be a lot, it can be a lot because it's not just a weekend of sex. there are feelings attached. There are emotions attached. There's uncomfortable feelings. There's talks, there's all sorts of
Yeah, they're
baggage.
friend and then there's a lot of friendships,
Yeah.
like, and a lot of groups and a lot of social stuff, and
It can really mentally
it
exhaust
it
you.
can, it
Yeah.
can, and it's very healthy for you to take a break. I will tell you, married, take some time.
Focus on your spouse.
Focus on your spouse,
Yeah, for sure.
reconnect. I feel like if you're always going out, reconnect with your spouse, you know? This is a lifestyle, yes, but, your relationship comes first, I
Always.
think.
Your relationship should always come
I
first.
mean, with us,
If
it
you're in the
does.
lifestyle and your relationship doesn't come first, then you may wanna think about either the lifestyle or rethink your relationship.
Yeah,
Where are your priorities?
yeah,
You have to have a strong relationship if you're gonna come into this as a couple.
yeah.
And now I'm not preaching or anything like that. I mean, we have our ups and downs.
Oh, for
We're a
sure.
regular couple
Yeah,
and things come up and we've talked about it and we've worked through it and it's hard. There are uncomfortable feelings attached to this lifestyle. And if you're not prepared for them, they'll wreck you,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
So, it's just one of those things we know because we've been through it and we know that it's doable, we know that it's workable, but you really have to be mentally and emotionally mature,
yeah.
you
So,
know.
do the reconnection.
Do the
I mean, if
reconnection.
you're going out all the time and you're playing a lot,
Yeah.
reconnect because, oof, take some time because, yes, a burnout is a real thing, like,
Yeah, show your spouse that they are still your number 1.
yeah.
Show your partner that they are still the number 1 person that you prefer.
Yeah.
Because you're out there, you're enjoying your time with others, you still have to show that you're very much interested in the person you're with.
Yeah.
You know, we all wanna feel wanted.
Yeah.
We all wanna feel valued, and
Mhm.
especially in our primary relationship. Now, the more you go, 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 the more you're gonna get tired, the more it'll lead to burnout. And we've known a lot of people who have stepped back from the lifestyle for months or even years to recollect, kind of reinvigorate themselves and
Yes.
feel okay about getting
Mhm.
back in. And some people do it for the sake that they just have a lot going on and they just don't have time. There are people that are afraid to step back from the lifestyle because they're afraid that their community will forget about them. And I'm here to tell you that that will absolutely happen. And you have to be okay with that. Let's
You
face
do.
facts. This is a very large community of a lot of people.
Mhm.
And if you feel like you're very important to the community, know that you are very important to the community. But also know that if you take a step back from the community, your small group of friends that you're really close to may stay in contact with you, but the community will continue to move on.
Mhm.
The community will continue to do their thing because that's what we're all here for.
Yeah.
It's not going to live and die by whether you're taking a break or not.
Mhm.
So be okay with taking a break and don't worry about whether people are going to remember you or not because when you step back into it, there are going to people that come up to you and they're going to go, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a
A
long
long
time,
time.
man. Let's hang
Mhm.
out."
Yeah.
And then bam, you're right back in the middle of it again.
That's right.
It's not that difficult
That's
to
right.
take a break. And just know that if you have to take a step back from the lifestyle for whatever reason, just know that there are people that maybe you value as really, really good friends. They may not see you in the same way. And you're going to realize that. You're going to realize that when you step back from the lifestyle, maybe these people that you valued as really, really close friends, they may not have valued you as that close of a friend and they may
Mhm.
drop off.
Mhm.
And you're gonna have to find that out the hard way, and
Yes.
it happens, man. You know what I mean? It's kinda like being best friends with your coworker. That's your coworker,
Yeah.
and when you quit or get
Or
fired,
they quit and get fired.
you're probably gonna have a couple conversations afterwards, and then you're
That's
never
it.
gonna talk to them again
That's it.
because life goes on. You
That's
know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some people out there that you stay friends with no matter what, and there's other people out there that if you leave that particular little area, you're gonna get forgotten
Yeah.
about, and that's just the way it is. So don't let that shape the fact that you're gonna take a break. Take a break.
Take a break.
It's okay. Take a
It is
break.
okay to
For
not
sure.
go to every event.
It's okay. It's okay to stay home for 3 weekends in
Yeah.
a row.
Is it?
I don't know. I think so. I kinda feel like going out, but it's getting late. I don't know. I think I wanna stay home.
Okay.
Anyways, my last one on the list, because that was 9 right there, and I have rounded this one to the 10,
Okay.
okay?
What is
This
this
is the
one?
number 10. This is my most interesting one. I like this one. Difficulty returning to vanilla sex.
So you get out of the swingers? You stop becoming you stop
I will
swinging?
give you a good example,
Give me
okay?
go.
This is the best example for me.
Okay, tell me.
When we have sex right now,
Yes.
you know how to make me come fast.
Yes.
How do you make me come fast?
I'm not gonna tell everybody, but yes, I know how.
Well, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Okay.
So,
I
we
can tell you something.
you're gonna tell me dirty stories, you're gonna tell me
Yeah.
stuff about how you're gonna get fucked by somebody, or you've got a date with
Yeah.
somebody and he's gonna fuck you and this and that. Like, there's a lot of it's a lot of the hot wife scenarios, it's a
Yes.
lot of you playing by
It's a lot of
yourself,
me chatting.
which is a lot of my that's hot for me.
Yeah.
Knowing that my wife is out there, I have that whole cheating kink. So knowing that my wife is out there fooling around, doing
Yeah.
this and that, and coming back and telling me, "Forget it. I'm done.
Yes.
Stick a fork in me. I'm
Yes.
done."
Yes.
And so that is how to get me off, and that's how it's been for a long time, right?
Yes.
And it's okay because we're swingers.
Yeah.
So it's okay to have this conversation. It's okay to talk about fucking this person and fucking that person. We've had those experiences and we know them and they're in the spank bank and they're in the memories and we know them.
Right?
But if we go and we decide, okay, we're not going to
Right.
do this anymore,
Uh-huh.
can we go back to having monogamous, non-lifestyle, non-kink type sex? Just vanilla sex. Just me and you.
And no talking.
No talking.
Just grunting.
Just a bunch of "Heish, heish, heish." Oh my gosh, am I having sex with a dolphin?
And no.
So I remember we referred to it earlier in the episode where you had that little moment of moral breakdown, like,
Mhm.
"What are we doing? This is
Yeah.
wrong. I can't do this." And me wanting to be the supportive husband, I said, "Okay, let's stop. We're done. We're not gonna do
Yes.
this anymore."
Yeah.
And you were like, "No, you can't." And I was like, "I can." And you were like, "No, you're gonna resent me. You really can't. I don't think that you
Yeah.
can't have regular sex with me because we always talk about it. No, no, no." And I was like, "I can have regular sex with you. That's fine." And so we did. We began having regular vanilla
But
sex.
I knew you were thinking about it.
And that's what you would say. You're like, "I know you're thinking about it." And I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? Can't we just have sex? Like,
No.
why does it have to be like that?"
Insecurities.
And so
Anyhow.
eventually you were like, like a day later, you were like, "Okay, we're gonna get back in. I want to get back into this." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And you were like, "No, this is something that we both enjoy." And okay, fine. So we do this, and it's fun. It's enjoyable. Now, you and I have talked about it. One day we're gonna hang it up.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna hang it up. We're gonna call it quits as far as the
Yeah.
lifestyle is concerned. We don't want to be that. No offense to older couples out there. We don't want to be the older couple that's out there, you know, amongst a sea of 30 and 40-year-olds. I don't want to be a 60-year-old person going, okay, who can I get? You know, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Now it works for some people and good for them. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not dogging them.
No.
But for me,
We've
once
got
I
plans.
once I reach that age, I better
I
have,
mean
the only cat I'm looking to pet is going to be an actual cat.
I don't know.
Godfather
That's
style.
what we say because we have certain plans that we're not gonna be
True,
staying put
true. Now,
everywhere.
but I have thought about,
But
if we are that age and we are still playing, most
you could
likely
still find people that
well,
age.
most likely it's not gonna be we're looking for new people. Most
Yeah.
likely we'll have a circle of friends
Yeah.
that we have gotten older with and we
Yes.
still play with,
Yes, that's
you
what I
know?
want.
And that's most likely what we'll have.
Like
But
Cocoon.
I wouldn't be going to the club,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
going, "Okay, let's ooh, look at her. She looks hot."
Well,
And then
that's too
somebody goes,
young
"Well,
for
she's
us.
25."
I
Oh,
mean,
fuck.
we're in our 40s and going to the club sometimes for me, it's like, "Oh my god, this music's so loud. There's too many people here."
I can't
So,
have a conversation in
yeah,
here.
so, I mean, that might be because of my age. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure that's because of your
I'm
age.
sure too, but yeah, it's huh. What was the question?
It wasn't a question. It was more of the difficulty returning to vanilla
Oh, yeah, no,
sex.
we couldn't.
Yeah.
We
You don't
couldn't.
think so?
No.
You don't think so? We
No.
would probably still play no matter how old we got.
I think so.
Just it's just
I
less
mean,
less on the market. You stick with what you know or who
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wanna put an age limit on it. I may be super horny in my 60s,
That's interesting. And you probably will be.
you
And
know?
you
If
get it,
I'm
girl.
dry, you just give me that
You get it, girl.
lube.
Now let me ask you this, and God forbid anything happen to me, but if I die, are
Yeah.
you going to stay in the lifestyle?
If you die?
Yeah. Would you stay in the lifestyle?
Probably not.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, probably not. No, just because I'd probably just spend time with my I don't know.
I
I
mean, a woman's got needs.
Yeah, but you know how I feel. I got toys.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Woman's got needs though, I mean, realistically.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
No?
Nah.
You wouldn't stay in the lifestyle?
No. No.
Interesting.
You wouldn't either.
No, I would not.
No.
I couldn't.
At
I
all.
couldn't. I really
No.
couldn't.
Yeah.
My world would end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Same.
would be done.
Same.
Yeah. But, you'd have permission to do so
Yeah, you do
from
not.
beyond the grave.
You do not have permission.
Well, what you don't know. I'm just kidding. Dang, girl. Maybe I want you to haunt me all my life.
I will haunt you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
face is gonna haunt me
And
because that was a
that's what
scary face right
that
there.
face right there is gonna be what's on the head of your dick. When you look down at it and you wanna
Gosh.
fuck somebody else, it's gonna be this face.
Just hearing you say that just
You do
disturbed
not
me.
have permission when I die
Oh my gosh.
you can go and have sex with anybody, but, like, it has to be transactional. So you have to
Yeah,
change
no
your ways.
emotion,
No emotions.
no passion.
Nope. Nope.
Just
And if you do show them any passion, your dick's not gonna work.
oh my gosh. Okay. That's that's disturbing. That's disturbing. But hey, whatever. That's jealousies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that from beyond the
For
grave.
beyond the
That's
grave.
incredible. You are supernatural. That is not
Ay,
natural,
honey, you're
just
so
supernatural.
cute.
Anyways,
That was
that
fun.
was that was
They were
interesting, wasn't it?
negative.
They were negative, but it doesn't have to be negative. It's just an open conversation. And
Yeah.
realistically, for people who are exploring this lifestyle or starting to get into it, you kind of got to be prepared.
Yeah.
You got to be prepared for what's out there.
And there's a lot of things that we're learning still about each other, and we're learning about the community, and we're learning with other people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And there's
knowledge,
changes
man, and there's
regional.
changes regional. There's so many different people, so many different kind of personalities that 2 years ago, I didn't think that I would be where I'm at right now
Yeah.
because I only like certain people.
Right.
And I'm so open to different types and stuff that it's nice.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. I dig that.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up.
Okay.
But this was a really fun conversation. I'm
It
glad that we were able to get through it. With that, I do want to say a big thank you to all our listeners out there. I know we have a lot of people all over the world, which is incredible. If you're listening, we ask if you can, if it's something that you're okay with. We would love, 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 love for you to share this podcast with the people in your community, wherever you're at. Spread the love, man. If you like this show, help us grow.
Yes.
Help us expand where we can. If you know somebody who can maybe get some good information from us, if you know somebody who may just find us entertaining, then share. Share Beyond Monogamy with Adam and Pris because we will have your back just the same as you have ours. And we really appreciate you guys listening. There's a lot of ways that you can get a hold of us. We really would love to hear from you. We love to hear your experiences. We'd love to hear your stories. And if it's okay to talk about on the show, please let us know. We we can only talk so much about ourselves. We want your point of view too. So feel free to email us. You can email us at beyondmonogamy4u@gmail.com. That's beyond monogamy, number four, letter U at gmail.com. And our lovely wife here, she has the information on the rest of the social media.
I didn't write them all down.
Of course.
But you can find us on Facebook.
I could have
Beyond
said that.
Beyond Monogamy Podcast. I'm horrible at
Oh,
this.
Lord.
I'll have it in the transcripts.
In the transcripts? You'll have it in the
No,
transcripts?
I won't.
No, you
I'll
have to
have it on the
say it to have it in the
post.
transcripts. Okay, you'll have it in the post. There we go. Hopefully, she'll have it in the post. So you can find us on Facebook, Beyond Monogamy with Adam and
Podcast.
Pris, Beyond Monogamy Podcast on Facebook, Beyond Monogamy on Instagram. We are on TikTok as well. And we do have a phone number. Unfortunately, I don't remember it right now because I'm not
No.
prepared for it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even matter. You have our email, okay? That's good enough, guys. I mean, come on.
Come on.
How many different ways do you need to contact us?
Yeah.
Anyways, the point is, we want to hear from you. And so we appreciate your time. We appreciate you joining us this week. And, we will see you next week.
Bye.